this is the second round of the double elimination 16-person tournament. You can see the deck list behind me. It is identical to the first round. And I am facing Kurthy again, who is Comico Frog on Steam. This is as good a time as any to ask you to subscribe to the channel. I post regular screenplay content like this. It is matches in the background. Well, I mean, in the foreground, but then I give commentary on what I'm thinking as I play. So subscribe if you like that, and leave a comment if you are so inclined with a frog, I think, because he is the Comic Frog devs. Let's get right into this. I've already taken some time out of my first turn to talk about that, so I only have 2 tropes. Sudden reveal isn't great in the beginning, and then none of my leads are gangster leads, but let's do McDoom and the Sharkuza. No, let's do McDoom and trophy baiting. So trophy baiting shuffles a trope into my opponent's deck, so I'd rather get that out sooner than later. And then McDoom gains stars when he is when I'm in the spotlight. And we can see over in this corner that the spotlight is on my opponent for the first turn, and it should jump to me on the second turn, unless you play a card that manipulates the spotlight. But there are not terribly many of those right now, and most of them synergize with Ronald McDoom. Speaking of that, my lead, Ronald here, when in the spotlight, a friendly character lands an attack or I play a card, he gains a star. And then I have Rekshaw, which is any character lands an attack, gain a star. And Spade says I play a trope, I gain a star. My opponent has Lizard, which we've covered a bunch on this channel. Maximus kills my lead, gains 4 stars. And Pirate, which says 2 enemies in 1 turn, gain 3 narrative. So how do I... do we think that the carnivore is going to attack my McDoom? Maybe with a trope, like Premature Reflexes, attack it twice. Premature Reflexes gives a swift attack. What I want to do is I want to play the Pen Governor and the Sharkuza. So let's just do that and assume that I'm not going to get attacked. If I thought I was going to get attacked in the first couple frames, I would have dodged. But also I should think about that playing cards gives McDoom stars while I'm in the spotlight. So now that I'm not in the spotlight, the only way to gain star for McDoom is performing. The risk of performing, of course, is that if my performer gets attacked, or I think hit with a targeted trope, then that star goes to the opponent. The broccoli, yeah, I don't think I've talked about the broccoli enough. Auto spend 1 active frame. It swift attacks the left flank. So my opponent's first frame is guaranteed to be this broccoli hitting my McDoom. So I could either take that or dodge. And unfortunately, because he has the spotlight, I cannot interrupt it. So I guess the benefit of the broccoli is that I must dodge if I want to save the 2 damage. Alright, then I'm going to do this and... No, shoot, I ran out of time. I wanted to attack with the Sharkuza into the carnivore, but I guess that would not have materialized regardless. So that's unfortunate. Who do we think Frog targeted with the deal gone wrong? It must be the Great White Sharkuza. He thought it would be alive? I'm not super sure. So I could sudden reveal back my Sharkuza. We know that the broccoli is going to do this trade. So what if I just... Well, no, he can't do anything with the carnivore. I mean, he could do something like wake and roll, or wake and rush. He could play a trope that wakes it up. Problem is, I cannot take 3 actions. I cannot dodge, attack, and sudden reveal. So let's let's just tank the 2 damage here. We can cover the Madman if I have time. And then sudden reveal myself. So the Madcap Stuntman, he says when he is not frozen. Oh man, I got Wake and Rolled. That's unfortunate. So Wake and Roll makes that character dodge, and then this is what I was afraid of. He dodges my attack, and then he's going to get a star and grade back. So that's rough on my board. And then he performs with, it's got to be the broccoli. I could get my Penguin back. Let's just do that. Well, never mind. I thought that when it entered again, I would get to select an enemy character, but I did not to swift attack. So, yikes. It was honestly a toss-up between the broccoli and the carnivore there, if I got to swift attack, because I would have prevented the performance from happening. But let's go back to the Stuntman. So when the Stuntman is unfrozen and a friendly character with 2 attacks, it becomes a 4/4 and attacks the target instead. So that's a combo with the broccoli here, where McDoom would have taken 4 damage. So I have to be conscious of that next turn when the Stuntman unfreezes. But for now, we again know that the broccoli is going to go for the McDoom. So let's play another Penguin and take out this 5/2. And then so because the Penguin is 1 frame, I have 4 left to do 2 combinations of actions, which will be this, I suppose. So I tank that. I let my Penguin hit the carnivore, but unfortunately this active frame lands before my McDoom's, so he could have hit my McDoom and taken a really good interrupt. He would have interrupted the attack, taken out the McDoom, and progressed his narrative arc. But I guess my opponent thought I was a little smarter than I was, and he figured I would dodge. So either or, if I had dodged the Broccoli's attack, then Maximus wouldn't have killed McDoom. So luckily here, Maximus only triggers on killing my lead. So if I put in somebody new, if I put in somebody new, then Maximus cannot kill my lead. However, Rexhaw enters on the 3rd frame, so if Maximus took a 2-frame attack, he would land that attack before. So I think it has to be Spade. So let's do Spade, and oh no, I don't want to do that. So in case Maximus attacks, I have the spotlight, so I'm going to do this, and that should interrupt Maximus's attack.
Did I hear a fracture?
They played a carnivore, which, as I'm pretty familiar with, and you can watch my other videos, it destroys the lead and gives him 2 free narrative. So he decided he didn't want Maximus anymore, or that it was just too exposed for me to kill. And then the chemtrail deals 1 damage to all of my guys, so that leaves my 1/1s dead. And unfortunately, now I lose the spotlight, and they could kill my McDoom, but really that's not a huge deal if they kill my McDoom. So I'm going to I could either play the Rexhaw and 2-cost trope, or I could play, since I have 3 tropes in hand, I could play Spade. I think I will just play Spade and Noir Thinking. Try to use the tropes and the Noir Thinking star to progress Spade's narrative arc. The pirate took the free narrative on hand. Oh, right. I have to discard somebody. So I think it's going to be the Pen Governor. I think it's just too hard to weave into turns right now. They performed to give a star, and then the other thing with the pirate is that if another friendly character lands an attack, that character steals a narrative star. So stolen star gets taken off of my lead's arc, but then I can get it back if I kill that character. Tiger Sharkuza steals 3 stars. So what? Yeah, a big drawback of the Great White Sharkuza is that it can't damage characters who are at full HP. So I can't really make use of him attacking here. They are probably going to try to kill both characters because that's the pirate combo. I'll put this up on the screen. Combo kill 2 enemy characters in one scene. So what I need to do is survive a trope. Let's do this, and then this, and then that. Why is this Sharkuza so hard to attack? Right, I have to discard a card. I don't need 2 of McDoom's Little Princess. And then they swap out their lead in order to kill my Spade. So I think we saw in the first match of this 16-person tournament that Spade is extremely vulnerable to Maximus. And I was thinking about it that whole game. I did not think about it this time. So Maximus's 3 attack and swift attack really just eliminated my Spade. So he'll probably swap out the lead again. So let's play McDoom in order to get the spotlight next turn. And while Sharkuza cannot steal, he cannot steal narrative from a completed lead. So it's kind of pointless right now. But Sharkuza will be instrumental in delaying this game for my opponent's second lead, which is probably the pirate. But they may toss out the lizard right now and just try to get that going, because a good strategy in screenplay is to I have a little cold right now, is to have, if the game's going on a long time, have both of your Act 2 leads on on part of their narrative arc so that you can threaten either of them at any time. They wake and rolled 2 of their characters, assuming I was going to attack. I did not attack, and so they generated a free narrative. Again, here, the Sharkuza can't handle any of these guys because they are all at full health. And if this 1/1 Penguin attacks, the stuntman becomes a 4/4 and does the attack instead. So I'm still waiting on the Sharkuza for the pirate lead to enter. I could really use a provoke. And I think I need to save the sudden reveals for when Spade is on the board. Maybe I can just bring back a bouncer. So I think bouncer is definitely the choice. And then I'll probably want to play 2 attacks. So let's do this and see if we can get rid of the 5/4. So they do play the pirate. And then it looks like I'm going to get to interrupt this attack. You see here, my active frame lands in one of the attack frames and before my opponent's active frame. So I'll get to interrupt, freeze it, deal 1 extra damage, so you see my 1/1 dealt 2 damage, and then prevent the attack, freeze the attacker, and deal 1 extra damage, and then my Sharkuza cleans that up. So that was the goal. Glad that was executed well.
I love winning.
And my McDoom is done. Ooh, okay, that's good. I earned enough stars to finish my McDoom's narrative arc. I'm just checking to in the tournament Discord. So now is as good a time as any to plug the Discord. This tournament is being completely coordinated via the Discord. We have a 16-person bracket, double elimination, and everyone is really chill and nice and supportive. If you're a new player, you can ask questions, and the Discord will be linked in the description of this video. And you can find me at DavidDistributed there as well. All right. So I lost the spotlight. Doesn't matter because McDoom has his arc completed. I do need to kill the pirate. I mean, that is critical. So this is what I said about the Tiger Sharkuza. So the Tiger Sharkuza will steal 3. And then maybe I should play another one. Yeah, let's do that. Let's play another Sharkuza, assuming that my opponent will perform a little bit. Didn't think about the broccoli, but that was always going to happen. They would attack the left flank, and that would become a 4-4. So I could have saved my Great White Sharkuza if I had dodged. But look at this. So I called this here. They killed the Great White Sharkuza, and they killed another one, which gives the pirate 3 stars from his combo, except that I stole 3, and then I'm going to play another Sharkuza and steal another 3. So I am delaying this game, and what I found is that that's sort of the only purpose of stealing narrative, because if my opponent kills these 2 3/3s, they can get the narrative back. So their arc, they have enough stars around to end the game. Now they just have to figure out how to kill my 2 3/3s. So I have extended this game possibly enough to play Spade and Noir Thinking. They're probably going to bring in Maximus and Swift Attack one of these. So either that to get their 3 narrative back to free and then summon the pirate later, or play a bunch of tropes. So let's let them win the game if they can, and instead just play some tropes with Spade and see if we can win. So, oh man, I forgot about that. So the pirate's arc will still progress if they kill 2 enemy characters while the pirate is on the board. Sail by Shooting is 3, which takes care of any of my guys. So the pirate killed 2, the combo gained 3 up to 4, and then they took the 3. Well, actually stolen narrative triggers first. So they got their 3 back, and then they got 3 from their narrative ability from the pirate, and won the game. So let's see. Spade was at 4. I would have gotten 1, 2, 3, only to 7. I would not have won this scene regardless. So let's go right into the second match, because it is best 2 out of 3 for the tournament. The final is best of 5. And as I said a couple times, double elimination. So the fun of double elimination is that you can come back. Also, if the I guess if the 2 people who make it to the final have not lost yet, they will have to play each other twice, a best of 3 and then a best of 5. But that's just tournament logic. Mm-hmm. So I like Pen Gangster. We haven't seen it in action very much, and I think I will do the Pen Gangster and the next turn attack and follow it up with the Sharkuza. So let's play Pen Gangster and do McDoom again. So the idea here is that I will have the spotlight next turn, and then I will land a couple of attacks. So Vaxinut Doctor has lethal, or this is just Vaxinut. Which means that they could hit my Doom and really mess me up. So I think that Vaxinut is going to go for my Doom. So I'm going to interrupt that with an attack here, and then play the Sharkuza, and then pack hunt with the Pen Gangster. Okay, turn over, and then we will see how I read this situation. They choose to dodge, which is very interesting. So they dodge that first attack, and then they will dodge the Pen Gangster, hitting the lead here. Oh, I guess not. The dodge ended before my attack landed, and then everybody who is a gangster. Look, so this is what I wanted to see. Oh, okay. That's a lot of fun. So this was a major reason why I built this deck was the gangster theme. All three of those cards that just attacked were gangsters, and so they all pack hunted onto my opponent's lead. And I got a bunch of stars, narrative stars, from all those attacks while I was in the spotlight. So McDoom's princess attacks, dodges, or performs. I would keep the spotlight. So kind of think I want one of those available. The question is just if and when Vaxnut is going to attack my McDoom. Let's just... I don't really want to play any of the other stuff, so let's just take Doom out of play here. They did attack, so they wanted Doom gone. I figured that would happen, so I let Doom go away. They bring in the lizard, and I bring in my dinosaur. So the dinosaur's benefit is that none of the characters have unstoppable, so it really incentivizes me to attack. And I have the pack hunt again. I think that we can just destroy this lizard by doing this. So I attack right away. Dodge only dodges the first attack. So we are going to see pack hunt work again here, and what's probably going to happen, assuming that the lizard dodges, is that he will dodge the first in gangster attack, and then the 1/1 will go in, and then the 5/4 will go in, and the 5/4 will damage it because it will already have lost 1 health. So, and then that's 1 + 5 is 6. Lizard's gone. The only thing I can think is if they somehow gave it a buff with maybe the fog machine, and I don't actually think the fog machine. I think the fog machine enters on frame 2, and my attack is on frame 2, and I have the spotlight, so that will go first. And then for good measure, let's do this attack. And then, any character lands an attack, I gain a narrative. So we can see that my opponent predicted I would target the lizard, and they tried to take him out. But since I attacked first, and with the pack hunt, I got 3 attacks in and 3 narrative star on the Rickshaw. Yeah, wow. I have taken out 2 of my opponent's leads this game, built up a ton of narrative while doing so, and I'm definitely in control right now. So what do they play? They play a Rain of Ads, which deals 1 to everybody. That takes out 2 of my characters. That's pretty good. Oh man, look at that. They brought in the pirate because the ads trope killed 2 of my characters on board. Wow. That was really insightful on their part and not something that I expected. I would say that that's the major risk of 1 health characters in this game, is that Rain of Ads exists, and it targets the whole board. Chemtrail also exists, which you could see in the previous 16-person tournament video, which deals 1 to everybody. And there's a missiles card that deals 2 to 2 random characters. So chunkier characters with bigger health are safer. But I would say that 5/6 kind of tops out where your standard characters lie in this game. The numbers are relatively low. So often for a 5 health pirate here, you need to send 2 attacks into it. Now, right now I don't have anything that can attack. I'm going to do McDoom and McDoom's princess because I have the spotlight next turn. So I'm preparing for that. They are going to try to kill 2 of my characters again. Yeah, they make it work. So they attack at 3/3, they deal gone wrong to 2/1. And then they're going to perform with the pirate, I suppose. See, I don't know if that's going to work because the pirate is currently frozen. Let's see.
Time to win.
Yeah, so we could see sort of shattered frames on the performance. And that's because the pirate got frozen in the middle of the scene. I mean, by my opponent's own attack, but sure. So they were able to complete the pirate. Now, what is most likely going to happen is that they will send in one of their leads. So if Maximus enters on the second frame, then my attack would land. If they put in Lizard, then my attack won't. And that's a real conundrum, because I could perform with Princess unless it gets attacked by Maximus. Because that would be second frame. I guess I dodge, and then I perform, and then I play a card. Because I play the bouncer last because I don't want to, I don't want it to trade with the lead that comes on the board. But unfortunately, my opponent played another Rain of Ads. So, Princess. Dodging currently does not work on tropes. I don't know if it ever will, but you cannot dodge a trope damage, or a trope target, I guess. Because there are tropes that do other things to you, like freeze you. So, my McDoom health is pretty low. If they kill it in any way, then Maximus will gain a bunch of stars, which probably means that I want to take McDoom out. So yeah, let's... I kind of want to play Spade and Noir Thinking, but Spade is just 3 health. He's too vulnerable to the Maximus and the other tropes. My opponent will probably play a Sail by Shooting to try to kill the McDoom. So let's just play a Tiger Sharkuza. I don't think that the Tiger Sharkuza will steal enough narrative. They do play the Sail by Shooting. They play 2 Sail by Shootings, trying to hope that one will kill the McDoom. They are correct. And then they chemtrail me, so everyone on the board is frozen. That is rough. Well, at least I stole narrative. I mean, because they killed my McDoom, the Tiger Sharkuza did steal some narrative, but he's frozen. He would have been lethal. I mean, what are the chances that Maximus tries to hit the Sharkuza? Never mind. I thought my pig gangsters were penguins. Penguins have a swift attack. So I cannot do anything to prevent this. So I think I should Noir Thinking and play a Backstreet Bouncer as opposed to a pig gangster. Because if they put in the Lizard, I want to start dealing with the Lizard. Discard somebody. Actually, I'm going to discard the pig gangster because Noir Thinking earns me a star. So I can win this game next time I have the spotlight by playing the Noir Thinking trope, which gives me 1 on the McDoom and 1 from the Noir Thinking. Trophy baiting seems pointless at this point. The game is almost over, so shuffling a card into their deck does not do anything practical.
I will find you.
And then they perform with Maximus. So it is going to be a race to the finish here, because I don't have the spotlight. So if they can... and Rexha needs to go. Oh, that's the other thing here. Is that I need to summon McDoom now because my opponent could kill Rexha. So I guess I have to Pingoon this in case it attacks, and then summon McDoom. And then do anything. So let's see how my opponent tries to kill Rexha, and see if I appropriately countered it with my cards here. Yeah, the Pengoon is, I think, a universally useful card due to its 1 frame cost and its swift attack enter. They choose to wake and roll on the Maximus and dodge this attack. Sure, I was only attacking to interrupt.
Time to win.
So my McDoom enters, they perform once. So my opponent needs any one narrative to win the game and win the best 2 out of 3. I need any 2 narrative, and that comes from Noir Thinking. So I'll just play the Sudden Reveals for kicks, but this match will end in this scene. The question just becomes, does my opponent have something to give Maximus 1 star? And maybe playing the Peng Gangster was a mistake. Because if they have Deal Gone Wrong, that only costs 1 frame, and it gains a narrative if it kills the target. So they could Deal Gone Wrong my Peng Gangster and win in the first frame before my Noir Thinking triggers in the second frame. So I actually exposed myself to some extra risk here by playing the Peng Gangster. Let's see what happens. They dodge, and I play anything, and that will give me 1 star from the card and 1 star from playing due to McDoom's effect, and 1 star from Noir Thinking. Yeah, they chose to dodge and then perform for their final star. So let's get into the third best of 3. I have my gangster themed deck still as the default, and that was so close, honestly, and that's part of what I love about this game is that every match feels sorry, Kirthi was messaging me on Discord just to make sure that we were both on board for the third. So every match feels winnable and close, and that's because the player, you have so much agency over the rock, paper, scissors effect of attacking, dodging, and performing, except that you can't dodge the tropes. That was a little rough. But you can dodge an attack, and you can attack a performer to interrupt the performance, and if somebody is dodging and the other player performs, then all those dodgers get frozen. All right, let's... I have the spotlight, so tossing out McDoom may not be the best. I'm going to do the dinosaur and the Peng Gangster, because the dinosaur works on any attack at any time. So if I get a pack hunt streak next turn, then if I get a pack hunt streak, which I will talk about in just a second, all those stars will go on the Dino, but also I was thinking if they played Maximus or the Pirate, the Dino is much more equipped to attack them because he has 5 attack, and both of these have 5 health. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Pengoon the Broccoli, and then pack hunt the Lizard. Nope, my bad. I have to summon a Sharkuza before I pack hunt the Lizard. Right, that was the plan here. So there should be 3 gangsters on the board, and they should all pack hunt the Lizard. Interestingly, the Pirate, you can see at the bottom of his card, is a gangster tribe lead. So there are not many tribed leads in the game, but I just could not weave the Pirate into my deck list because he's an action. He's an action lead, and I did not want action cards. Unfortunately, my 2/2 got Deal Gone Wronged. So its attack in the pack hunt did not work. I know that Broccoli's going to hit the Dino, so the only thing to do is dodge it if I don't want to take the 2 damage. I think I'm just going to go for the attacks. I'm probably going to play a new lead next scene, so I don't really care how much health the Rickshaw has. Oh, they choose to deal gone wrong my Rickshaw. Right, so it did matter in the end. I did think that my Rickshaw would be killed. Oh, they deal gone wrong the penguin. That's my bad. Ooh, does this... Okay, so the high velocity raptor could have interrupted my Sharkuza, which would have been extremely unfortunate. They would have gotten +1 damage and killed the Sharkuza, and I wouldn't have eliminated their lizard. So that could have been pretty risky. All right. I think I'm going to play for Spotlight stuff. The risk with playing McDoom's Little Princess is that I've been shown up multiple times by my opponent's tropes. So I think I shouldn't play Princess, and I should instead play Bouncer. Ideally, the Bouncer will attack next time, and then get a star from McDoom for attacking. Wow, they chose to spend their whole turn performing. That is pretty strong, given that I didn't have any attackers on the board that could counter that. So I'm pretty sure that when they summon something, I will attack it, and then get a star. I could spend 2 on the Sharkuza dodging this trade, but you can't damage characters who are at full HP, so I don't even know if I value the Sharkuza terribly much without support. And that might be a lesson, because this is more of a theme deck than a strength deck themed around the gangsters. I really feel like the Great White Sharkuza, his drawback is too large to justify his inclusion in decks. So I'm going to Governor, Trophy Bait, get 2 stars from playing 2 cards.
Did I hear a fracture? I hope so.
And they choose to dodge. Yeah. One of my options was to attack the high velocity raptor here.
You shouldn't have caused trouble.
I don't know why the Backstreet Bouncer did a little shake visual, but okay. So the Cinephile says I can discard a card and then draw a card, which can be useful for getting rid of my Princess that I've decided I don't want to play, and my Sharkuza, which currently doesn't have great targets. We know that Broccoli is going to attack my McDoom, so I guess I dodge.
It's the best of the best.
And then I'm going to perform with McDoom because he should be alive. Raptor, if he wants to attack something, Raptor has to attack the provoke first. So I get my star, Pirate comes in. Oh, right. I attack the character who entered. I fail by shooting. Okay, so I lost my provoke, which could be a problem. We know that the first frame is going to be this attack. So I cannot attack with Ronald into the pirate. Because it would get interrupted. But I can attack with the Ping Governor into the pirate. Now, since it lands in the second, since the active frame is the second frame, my opponent could dodge. So I'm just going to do our thinking, because if my opponent dodges, I would want to attack again with the McDoom, but I didn't want to take that chance. They do dodge, they call that, and then I know our thinking. I don't want the Princess. But then they attack, so they're frozen. I mean, problem is that the broccoli's going to kill my McDoom, no matter what. So I don't want to let them kill two characters in the scene, so I'm going to dodge and then play the dinosaur. It's maybe a waste, but if Dino takes out McDoom, that does not count as killing the McDoom, so that doesn't give them a character on the pirate combo. I'll pull up the pirate combo for the viewers to watch while I talk about it, but they need to kill two enemy characters, so I feel like letting them do the broccoli attack on the McDoom is just giving them a free pass at killing. Well, they did it anyway. They played Rain of Ads, and then they attacked with the Velocity Raptor, so, you know, knowing that, I kind of wasted my 2 first frames. So, unfortunately here, we're still in Act 1. No lead has completed its arc, but the lizard is more than halfway done, and the pirate is more than halfway done, and my guys are not halfway done. So my opponent is certainly in the lead, but if we've watched some of my previous videos, it is completely possible to turn the whole game around, even in this position. Okay. Again, the broccoli will attack in the first frame. If I attack like this, the attack will get interrupted, but because the dinosaur has Unstoppable, he won't get stopped. So the attack will still land, but I believe that the +1 damage will happen. So I will take 3 from this choice. I mean, the broccoli has been a pain in my side, but okay, let's do this. And this. So yeah, they get a stolen star because of this effect. And then they bring out the lizard, which unfortunately means that I don't kill the pirate, but, you know, I don't get any benefit from killing leads, so that didn't matter. And then they tag in. Cool. I like the tag-in card, but who do they bring onto the board is the question. Unfortunately, tag-in gives the lizard a star, so that is rough. They bring in Vaxinut, and the lizard is only 2 stars away from finishing its arc. So I could Tiger Sharkuza and steal some stars. I think I need to get rid of the Vaxinut, and then let's bring in McDoom. So my Rexhaw is pretty vulnerable here. Oh, so Unstoppable includes that none of this stuff happens. The counterattack +1 damage and freezing does not happen. So I countered the Vaxinut, which didn't really change anything here. It gave him a star, which sucks. So the lizard is complete, especially because I sent my lead off the board, so that's rough. But and then because the lizard was already complete by my lead leaving, his performance generated free narrative, which is up in this corner here. So when the pirate comes on board, it will take the 1 free narrative, and then I pick McDoom because I need the spotlight. So the only way I win this game is by stealing that free narrative. All right, I'm going to take my stolen narrative back by killing the broccoli. Yeah, so they tried to perform and then send both of those 2 stars onto the pirate, so doing this any other way would not have extended the game. I finished my McDoom, so we are going into Act 3. Act 3 means that one of each of our leads is done with their narrative. But they only need 1 star from any method to finish the pirate, and that 1 star could be obtained from killing the Sharkuza. So think my only option here is trade before they can do stuff, and then I need to bring in a lead who can possibly win the game for me. So let's see what my opponent tries to do. If they know what I'm doing, they should just dodge. Yeah, if they dodge and then kill the Sharkuza with anything, a trope or whatever, then they're going to win the game by taking back the stolen narrative. What they should do is dodge. They should probably just dodge over and over because my Sharkuza gets frozen after the attack. Actually, I didn't think about this at all. They have the spotlight, so they interrupted the attack. They countered the attack, which just gives them the star. So that was even wiser than the options that I had considered. So that was my second match in the double elimination tournament. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. We did go 2-1. So, and that was against Kurthy. So you can find Kurthy Iyer on the Discord. He is one of the devs of the game, and he embodies this comic frog because he is a comedian in real life, stand-up comedian. So why don't you put a frog in the comments if you watched the whole video? I really appreciate you if you did watch the whole video. And I will be putting out more videos about ScreenPlay soon. So stay tuned, and thank you so much.